dark spot. So I asked Instagram to tell me about their celebrity interactions. Have they ever met a celebrity? If so, who? And if so, was it positive? Was it negative? What happened? I want to hear about it. So here are the comments, which I got way more of than I thought I was gonna get. I thought I was gonna get like 30 comments. No, apparently there are more celebrities in the wild than I thought. So this is the way I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna go down the list. There's a lot. I got Google pulled up already because I know you guys are gonna say people that I don't recognize. And if I fully don't know them, it may or may not make it in the video. My bad. That's just my perfectly normal, discriminatory way of going about this video. Thank you. I love the first comment I see. Haven't met a celebrity. Okay. Sick, dude. I just read like 4 comments in a row about my hair. 3 of them being like, yo, nice hair. And then the last one being like, that shit gotta go. Even the first one I came up to, the drummer of Tool. I don't know what that is. There's a band named Tool. Well, my dumbass, I type in Tool. Oh, actually, they popped up for Tool. Yo, let's fucking go. Okay, Tool. I thought I was gonna get shown a wrench. No, my boy's over here taking advantage of the fucking SEO. Don't know who these people are, but someone met their drummer. Fucking lit. I'm gonna try and get to somebody I know. Hold on. Jesse Finch said, I met the Joe Biden. I'm assuming the president is a celebrity. I would take that 10 times out of 10. He did not sniff my hair, so that was great. All right, so bit of a letdown, I'm assuming. He takes selfies fast as fuck too. I would imagine he's so used to just fucking snap interactions with fucking so many people. She also met the Jonas Brothers. It was a meet and greet thing before a concert. Super nice dudes. Nick shook my hand, which was kind of awkward, but I wasn't mad. Why is that awkward? Wait, is the handshake awkward? I just came back from TwitchCon. I shook a lot of fucking hands. Now you're bugging, Jesse. You stop it. Well, hold on. Maybe if the other 2 brothers hugged you first and then he went in for the handshake, maybe that's kind of weird. But I would go instantly for the handshake. Unless directed otherwise. I think that might be a depends on the person type deal. Top Notch Johnny said, met Johnny Quinones at my go-to bar. A friend of mine took the picture. Genuinely nice dude. Homeboy was just talking to his friends and slamming back Bud Lights. That's so funny because I cannot picture that man in a regular setting. I see him and I just instantly see a camera crew behind him. I see him dapped up. I don't see him with like a fucking dad tee, like a football jersey or something. He's got like a Chargers jersey, drinking Budweiser. I cannot imagine John Quinones doing that. It does not click in my head. I'm looking up photos of John Quinones. No, my man is suited and booted and everything I see here. No, he doesn't exist outside of a 4-piece suit. I don't know what to tell you. Shma Shijima SJMMA, honey. I met Daniel Radcliffe. That's Harry Potter, for those who don't know. I think, in NYC, and he was truly wonderful, humble, and funny, and took the time to talk to a very excited 17-year-old me. I'll never forget his kindness. Look at that. All it takes is one nice interaction, and people are like, that's the fucking guy right there. Yo, shout out Daniel Radcliffe. Am I bugging, or have there been stories of him being like a dick, though? Or am I just completely making that up? See, this is the problem with media nowadays. Am I right, guys? Misinformation just being spread around. Carson Clown said, I met Joe Gatto from Impractical Jokers twice in one day just yesterday. I knew he was in town for a show I had tickets to, and I walked around the area until I found him. Oh, you were headhunting. Okay, relax. He was so sweet and taking photos with everyone. He was talking to everyone. He talked to me and said he liked my Ween shirt that I was wearing and my Happy Meal McDonald's purse I had on. I then had tickets for his meet and greet, and he remembered me from my bag and shirt and got to talking to my mother and I. Thinking we were taking up too much of his time while we left, I said, I loved your cameo in Clerks 3, and he walked back up to us and talked to us about the cameo. He was just the sweetest guy ever and gave the best hugs. I feel like that last part really means a lot. You feeling like you're bugging someone, so you just kind of hit them like with like the last thing, like, hey, I want to make sure I tell you this. And then they're like, wait, hold on. Like a fucking, yo, that's dope. You said that. Like, that's nice. Shout out Joe Gatto. Hey, so what if none of them are negative experiences? What if every celebrity ever is just the best fucking person? Tracers said, I met Steven Tyler in a restaurant on Maui. He just walked in and ordered, talked to everyone who was there eating. There was only about 12 people inside at the time. While he waited on his food, he was super nice. Some people invited him to eat with them, and he sat at their tables. Someone must have seen him come in and started talking about it outside because a lot of people started rushing in, and the restaurant owner let him out the back door. I wonder how common that is. I wonder if maybe that kind of trains certain celebrities to kind of not let that happen, even though some of them may want to just kind of fuck around and like actually talk to people. Maybe they know like if they stay there too long, it might just get a bit too overwhelming, and it's like, all right, guys, I need to breathe here. But that's nice of him. Cool. Bizarre Expectations said, I met Frankie Muniz. He was playing drums for his band at a shitty bar in my university town. I literally just finished rewatching all the Malcolm in the Middle episodes, so I was so excited and nervous to meet him. My dude at the time gave me the courage to say hi, and I was like, dude, I love Malcolm in the Middle so much, and he just seemed awkward and a little annoyed. This is, I can't remember. I might be making up the fact that I've heard celebrities talk about this, but I think there is a bit of a, what's the word? What the fuck's the word? Resent. You fucks. Is resentment even the word I'm looking for? Let me just explain. It's like, hey, I'm Frankie Muniz. I'm a person. I've done many things in my life. Yes, Malcolm in the Middle, probably the most notable, unless you count the fucking little spy movie where the guy, big fat liar, I don't know what it's called. Probably just like, all right, you know, I know that's the thing everybody's gonna approach me with, but I do other things. Like, for example, the fucking drums I'm playing here. Thought you were gonna come up and be like, yo, bro, you're sick on the drums. I don't know. At least that's the way I would envision it. Instead of coming up to him being like, hey, Frankie Muniz, like, yo, that's really cool. I didn't know you did drums. You probably would have reacted a little more normal to that. But instead you were like, yo, Malcolm in the Middle was sick, dude. Move these dumbass drums out the way. Episode 5 of season 3, shit goes off. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing here, though. It's really fucking stupid. But like, yo. Like, I know that's not what you meant. I know the people who would come up to him saying that shit would not be malicious at all. But if I had to take a fucking beyond the arc guess as to why he was maybe seemed a little annoyed by it, especially fresh off a set and not just catching him in a different environment. I don't know. That's my guess. Oh, that's literally what you said responding to yourself here. That's funny. Probably because I didn't compliment his drum skills for his band. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not going to hold that against Frankie. I wouldn't consider that a bad interaction, to TBH. I wouldn't, if we're doing tier list, it's not where everyone else has been, but I wouldn't consider that bad. I wouldn't just say like, oh, he must suck. Ashtray of LA said, met Ben Stiller at my job in Pasadena. I worked for Coffee Bean and served him an absurd amount of iced tea. I also helped Seth MacFarlane buy a Blu-ray player at Best Buy. Were they nice? Or like, what's up with that? Seth MacFarlane shopping for a Blu-ray player is the most oddly funny thing to picture for no reason whatsoever.
This is just like that time I went and bought a Blu-ray player from Best Buy. Thank you.
Okay, Crystal Ave said, Snoop Dogg came to my job a few years ago. Picture on my page. I asked him if I could take a picture with him, but he had a bodyguard type person and a woman who I think may be his manager with him, and the two of them were really irritated that I asked the question. Then Snoop Dogg comes over to my desk and starts doing this little swaying kind of dance move, like the kind you make when you're waiting for food in the microwave, and didn't say anything. I stood there for a second waiting for him to say something, and after a few seconds I asked, so can I? And he said something along the lines of, don't talk about it, be about it. Do what you want. Don't sit around waiting for someone to do it for you. So I got up and took a picture with him. He was very nice and super high, as you can tell in the picture on my account. That sounds like the most Snoop Dogg story I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, my man's got the glasses on, hiding from the world. Shout out Snoop Dogg. Huncho Joshi said, I ran to OJ Simpson at a walk-ons and he took a picture with my friend who worked there. Yo, let's fucking go. OJ Simpson's ran into a lot of people. Because he's a halfback, okay? He used to play in the fucking NFL. Francisco said, I met Mur once from Impractical Jokers at Comic-Con. We got a photo with him, and he showed us his ID of him without eyebrows. Yeah, that's probably a good icebreaker. That's funny. Sneezy Dig E.T. Bam said, I was like 13 at Disneyland and got excited about churros, so I started running and literally ran into John Stamos, apologized quickly, and continued running to my churros. Still to this day, I can't believe I chose churros over Uncle Jesse. That's funny that you said nothing. So did you realize it afterwards? Did you smack into him and then like your family was like, you know, you just ran into John Stamos, right? Like he had his guitar and everything and he was, you know, he's saying his famous catchphrases like the hair. Honda. Or did you know it was John Stamos and you're like, oh my bad, I'm gonna get this chocolate churro, so like you stay there. Easy Bake Coven said, not sure if this counts, but I met Justin Wang. I would count YouTubers. I probably should have said that. Probably should have clarified that. If he met YouTubers, I mean, I would consider them celebrities in their own right. When he came to my city on tour, first I ran into him by chance in the pub next to the venue where my friend and I got a photo op. Second time was near the merch table after all the acts were done. The guy could not have made his personal ethos more clear. I feel like I know what that means, but I just want to clarify it because it's a cool fucking word. The characteristic spirit of a culture, era, or community is manifested in its beliefs and aspirations. It's fucking sick, dude. See, that's what I was kind of thinking. I was kind of related it to the word aura. I assume that was kind of the same fucking vein. Despite wearing a TMN t-shirt with the Cradle of Filth logo on it, he was still the most chill, nonchalant guy in the building. Yo, shout out Justin Wayne. So Nathan Rock said, I met Elijah Wood at a restaurant in Santa Monica back when I was 17. I had traveled from Australia with my mom, and LA was our last stop on a 5-week trip, which included Spain and a few other places. So we were sitting down to eat. I look over and said, Mom, that's Frodo over there. So we asked the waiter to ask for an autograph because we didn't want to disturb him eating. Because we heard how obliging he was when asked, we thought, fuck it, we will go up. So as we were leaving, we went and spoke to him. He then walked us. By the way, I'm fucking up reading all this just because the way Instagram has everything so small and blocky. I feel like I struggle with that. Oh no, you also kind of fucked this up. He then walked us to and was asking about our trip and seemed genuinely interested. My 17-year-old self figured this because I remember him looking intensely at my mom as she went into detail about our trip, and then with his arms crossed, he said, wow, so you have covered a lot of ground. Then we got a photo of them. Absolute legend. Oh, and his crew waved goodbye to us as we walked away. Nice. Shout out Frodo Man. Good job. My Internet Sucks said, I work at a sex store and Summer Walker came in. I asked her if she needed help and she said she was fine. She came downstairs with clothes, almost falling out of her arms, and I asked her if she needed a basket. She was like, She was really sweet. Nice. Shows you the follow-up comment in the bottom was she bought 3 butt plugs though. I like how you said though, like almost that makes that nice interaction null and void. Like, yeah, no, she was really sweet, but she did buy 3 butt plugs, so like what was going on there? No, yo, shout out butt plugs. Squeeze310 said, I met Wee Man from Jackass at his restaurant Chronic Tacos when I was in high school. He was chilling at the bar watching ESPN when I asked for a pic and he gave me some coupons for free tacos. What a fucking legend. Nick the Prophet said, I saw Shaq at a Walmart once. Not that big of a story, but very cool. Oh, how ironic. It's not that big of a story. Just met the fucking largest man ever. Downey said, I met Tyler the Creator in 2013 in front of what was once the Odd Future store. He was behind the counter when I was buying a sweater, which was dope. After, we saw him go outside with some of his friends and we wanted to get a picture. But we saw some other group of people asking for a picture and he told them to fuck off and said, don't you see me talking? LOL. But then we went to the Supreme store for 20 minutes, and when we came out, he was alone, and we asked him for a pic, and he was cool to us. Scroll down my IG page for proof. Watch my next TikTok to see what happens. I feel like Tyler can 1000% get away with that. Just like once you kind of see, well, at least someone's like online personality and stuff like that. If he told you to fuck off asking for a photo, it's almost like, oh, ha ha ha, he's so silly. That's Tyler for you. Even though anybody else would get just fucking lit the fuck up. Well, you got a picture with Gabriel Iglesias here. Why don't you tell me that story, bucko? You got a picture with George. Okay, you fucking meeting everybody in the world, my guy? Okay, I'm gonna scroll for like 5 more seconds, and if I don't see Tyler, I am getting out of this profile. Oh, there we go. Yeah, he looks like he was halfway in between saying words. That's funny though, nice. Camille Tandiabo said, I ran into Jason Momoa at Fan Expo a few years back. He was walking around with an Aquaman Lego set in his hands and 2 bodyguards behind him that he completely towered over. I didn't get to talk to him because everyone started going, is that Jason Momoa? And he quickly walked away. Mysterious. What could he have been doing? Why didn't he say hi to anybody? Yeah, he probably would have stopped the whole fucking floor, so, I mean, I don't blame him. Rooster Cogburn said, I saw Dave Chappelle several times when he was living in Chelsea Hotel. Said hey to him every time, and he was cool. Nice. I met Jet Black in Chelsea Guitars back when I was working there, and he was so high and he freaked out when an amp popped after turning on. Nice. So far, everyone's been pretty much what I was expecting at this point. Level 1 ATHN said, I met Tom Green at his first show back from China a few years ago, and I talked to him after the show at the merch table and shared a core memory I had as a child about a skit he did about pottery. He was not impressed and was kind of a jerk. My biggest stand moment, don't meet your heroes. Boys, we finally got the first fucking bit of spice. Tom Green, you piece of shit. What are you, too good to talk about your past? Loser? Huh? Why don't you go fuck yourself, Tom? I don't know too much more about him, I'll be honest, so I can't really, I got fucking nothing for you. That sucks you had a semi-shit experience with him. Marie Poza said, I bumped into Ethan and Hila from H Street Productions twice at Disneyland a few years back. They were with a group of friends and all of them were wearing red beanies, and I didn't know what to say to them. So the first time I went up to Ethan, I told him, I like your beanie, like a dumbass. But he was cool and said thanks and told me he liked my rip and dip sweater I was wearing that day. And the second time, I got a picture with both Ethan and Hila. Wait, so the first time you said something to him, you weren't even like, I know who you are? You were just like, I like your beanie. He's like, all right, cool. Then you saw him again. You're like, hey, I actually know what the fuck you guys do. Can we like do the thing? Nice. You got lucky meeting him on the second time around. Puppy Feet Girl said, met Steven Adler last week, actually. Almost cried. Could barely speak. Knees knocking. Arms weak. Mom spaghetti. He gave the best hugs and kept asking if I wanted anything to drink or if I wanted anything else from him besides an autograph. Took his time saying hello and was so nice and patient, even though he had to go on stage in like 5 minutes. Nice. I feel like not every interaction you hear from a celebrity is going to be positive, because it's just like, you know, no one, even Jordan missed. No one's shooting 100 from 100. It is nice to hear specific little stories like that, because it's like I believe they're a nice person. They just might have had an off day when they met this person. I would give them the benefit of the doubt, unless you hear someone's just like a serial asshole. And at that point, it's like, all right, got it. McCall Tharp said, met Jim Carrey at an airport once. He was very kind. I was a young kid and with my dad and was a huge Ace Ventura fan. He lowered himself a bit, looked at me, and without missing a beat, did an alrighty then. Coolest guy ever. That's nice. Look at him playing to the crowd. JVTP said, I met multiple celebrities, but I met Leo, Brad, and Bradley Cooper. I'm assuming you met Brad Pitt for the middle one. At my job. They came into my restaurant job I used to work at during school. They sat down and hung out for like an hour and a half. I happened to be their server that night, and they were so nice. They came in super low key, and I didn't even realize who it was at first because they look like normal people, parentheses, because they are. But they were extremely nice and talked to the staff with crazy good manners, just overall good people. They also hooked the tip up, LMFAO. Yo, let's go. Shouts on my boy JVTP. I'm glad they're normal people like us, because you wouldn't think so. Fucking, you know, robots, Illuminati. Shit is crazy. This one said, not gonna lie, I met you not that long ago in a grocery store, and it was cool meeting you. I've been a fan for a while, but you drop kicked me in the chest for no reason and spit in my face, but I still love you. I was having a bad day, okay? Fuck off. Nick Lunatic said, first week working at Chick-fil-A, first day working the iPads in the drive-thru, Jay Leno pulls up in the back of a big black SUV. He wants to order stuff off of the lunch menu. Me being a rule follower told him we can't sell lunch before 10:30 a.m. We kind of have a back and forth about it, but I'm just like, sorry, sir, but them's the rules. My manager rushes out after a minute and gives him whatever he wanted and asks what was wrong with me. I just said we didn't serve lunch till 10:30. I mean, that just goes to show you, ladies and gentlemen, if you're ever a fucking A-list superstar like Jay Leno, go to your favorite fast food joint and be like, I want breakfast now. I don't give a fuck what your little rules say. I want lunch now. That's so weird that your manager was even like, what were they, like shadowing you or something? Was it that easy to see from the window? Where they were just like, that's fucking Jay Leno. What is the idiot doing? Yeah, you followed the rules. Can't even blame you. Based Godzilla Main said, I met DMX when I was little at a food court at the mall. He signed my Neopet Happy Meal toy. Then later that day, I was holding it out the car window to watch it fly and ended up letting go of it. I went to school and nobody believed me. Biggest hell of my life. Base Godzilla, I'll be honest with you. I don't fucking believe you. Why would you start dicking around with it? You just got it signed by DMX and you're like, fucking, whoa! Like you're a child. A dumb one at that. Fucking hug it, put it along with your seatbelt. Big L. Agreed. Eli Pandaman said, I met Will Smith when I was 8. My cousin Donald had cancer at the time, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation set him and a bunch of other kids up with a meet and greet at Lebanon. Me and my aunt were there at the time for support at first. Will Smith went in the room with the kids and talked to them just for a while until finally letting the families come in, and he still didn't get to talk to him much, but on his way out, he picked up a phone call, and I said, who you talking to, Will? He said, okay, you were 8. You were 8. And he said, my son. And I said, tell Jaden I love Karate Kid. And he told him and looked me in the eyes and said, he said he loves you too. And I was like, Jaden loves me? And yeah, I've basically been riding that high my whole life. That's so funny. I thought he was going to turn around and be like, no, the other one that isn't talked about at all. I don't know him. But yeah, if you see Jaden, tell him Karate Kid's sick, dude. That's a very, very unique story. Just picturing this child. He's just like trying to have like a serious convo with his son. Who are you talking to, Will? Sympathy Lily Esarer said, I used to work in a pretty high-end area in Dallas, Texas. Met Mark Cuban and Waka Flocka. They were both very nice and very tall. Got to pick with both. They were like together, or you just happened to meet them both throughout your time there? Because that is a funny pairing of people. But nice people. Mr. Griff Nation said, was on the same flight and 2 rows back from Ed Sheeran before he was the massive icon he is now. Got to talk to him at like 3 a.m. in the Austin airport for about a half hour since it was so dead. Amazing human being and incredibly friendly. Yeah, Ed Sheeran seems like a fucking bro. From the interviews I watch with him, he just seems just like he seems like an actual just dude bro, but like a nice dude bro, where like I would love to have a drink with that dude. I'll Be the Bird said, I've never met a celebrity, but I can't get over that you have the same hairstyle as me now. Justine told me she didn't like my advice in a YouTube comment section once. If that counts, that absolutely counts. That's interaction, baby. She didn't like your advice. That's funny that she would respond to that. Space Worm said, so when I was 3, my dad was a Navy SEAL and an extra on the set of The Rock starring Nicolas Cage. I thought, okay, when I first read that, I thought it was The Rock and Nicolas. The Rock, gotcha. My mom brought me to set one day to see my dad when the Nick himself walks by. When he strolled by, my mom and I smiled, and he squatted down to say hello and ruffle my hair and tell my mom, cute kid. He then waved over the already free, to be honest, hot chocolate vendor guy to give me one. Hey, it doesn't matter that it was already free, okay? It was a nice gesture. You didn't need to throw that in there, bucko. If you paid fucking $2 to buy a hot chocolate, I wouldn't be more impressed. It's still a nice little gesture. It's just some random fucking shithead kid being like, hey, get this little guy a hot chocolate. Hey, it's on me. Good guy, Nick. Hey, another Nicolas Cage one here. Gnarly Nephite said, long story short, one time in Las Vegas, we saw Nicolas Cage on his phone at a casino, and my sister touched his shoulder, and he just looked at her like she was the biggest weirdo on the planet. Yeah, my guy was on one for sure. Jay Flaufer said, ooh, I met Miguel at a concert in 2018 and he told me I was beautiful, so naturally no one can tell me shit. Your opinions are invalid. Honestly, I would ride that too. If someone was like, yo, you want handsome dude? I was like, even if it was Miguel, I don't give a fuck who it was. Miguel just, yo, Miguel called me handsome. Eat a dick. Snapped some pictures, but I looked like his little brother. He was super nice, gorgeous as hell, and smelled like money. What a fucking description, Jesus. My sister and I got barricaded at the concert, so all my photos and videos were banana fire. I still rewatch them to this day. 12 out of 10 would recommend. Let's fucking go. TK Harris 05 said, I met Scottie Pippen at Navy Pier when I was like 12, 13, so this was right after Chicago had that amazing Bulls run. He was a huge dick. I also met MJ twice, one time at a Walgreens when I was like 7, 8. He was cool, and the second time at a red light a few years later, he had traffic freaking out. Yeah, Scottie kind of seems like a dick, I'll be honest. Even though MJ is like definitely touted as the asshole, I would definitely probably guess that Scottie was the dick of the two. So I think that's going to wrap up all the celebrity stories. There were many, many more. I just don't know the names. So, I mean, if you want, go through the fucking Instagram, read them yourself. Those are the people that I knew and I could actually give you somewhat of an input. By the way, I clocked out real quick because there's been a noise in my wall. I know it's starting to sound like a meme at this point where things just keep infesting the house. There's a noise in my wall, a very distinctive noise, like a crackling. I might post a video about it. I might not, because it might just be fucking nothing. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, please subscribe, because there's more content coming your way. Thank you for my fucking everybody who's been supporting me and shit. Buy new merch. It's out. Do the thing. Fucking bye. Oh wait, no, I'm Mr. GG, and I am out. Bye.